They told you to meditate more, to raise your vibration, to visualize light, align your chakras, repeat mantras, and maybe you've tried it all. But something's still missing, right? Like there's a dimmer switch stuck halfway on inside you. Here's the uncomfortable truth: most spiritual teachings completely skip over the one place where awakening actually begins, not in your mind, not even in your breath, but in a part of your body you've probably never been taught to feel. This isn't a muscle you see in anatomy charts, but it holds the blueprint of your spiritual circuitry. When it's asleep, you feel disconnected no matter how hard you try. But when it lights up, everything changes. Your energetic body comes online, your inner illumination begins, and what felt vague or blocked suddenly becomes alive. It's not a metaphor. It's a real shift you can feel, like someone lit a match inside your chest. Strange how no one talks about this, right? The very thing that anchors light in your body, the place where emotional memory, energy flow, and consciousness intersect, has been ignored by most modern methods. And yet, ancient wisdom knew exactly where to find it. The key is subtle, but once you learn to access it, awakening isn't something you chase anymore. It becomes who you are. So if you've ever felt like your spiritual progress is stuck in neutral, like you're doing all the right things but still not feeling the shift, this might be why. Because what you're missing isn't more effort, it's reconnection with the one hidden point that's been waiting all along. Most people walk around every day completely unaware of this forgotten muscle. It's not something you flex at the gym, and no doctors ever brought it up in a checkup. But it sits there quietly, tucked near the diaphragm or heart center, holding stories your body never got to tell. Think of it like a spiritual USB drive, loaded with emotional data that's never been processed. Ancient traditions knew it well, even if modern science still scratches its head. This area isn't just a cluster of tissues, it's a bridge. It connects the physical body to the energetic body, like a hidden hallway between two worlds. Whenever you feel a deep sigh come out of nowhere, or an ache in your chest that isn't exactly physical, you're brushing against it. It's subtle, sure, but it's powerful. Ignoring it is like leaving the main circuit of your spiritual system unplugged. It tends to hold everything we push away: unspoken grief, silenced intuition, even bursts of joy we didn't let ourselves feel fully. That's why so many people sense a tightness in their chest or belly but can't quite explain it. One woman I coached swore her breath felt shallow for years, until a single humming practice opened something that left her in tears, the good kind. That's the hidden point beginning to stir. When this muscle starts to wake up, it's like flipping on the lights in a room you forgot you had. You suddenly notice how dim things felt before. And here's the kicker: the moment you become aware of it, the journey of inner illumination begins, across your whole energetic body. But what happens when we stay disconnected from it for too long? When this hidden point is numb, it's like driving with the brakes half on, you're moving, but everything feels like a struggle. People often blame their fatigue, anxiety, or restlessness on stress or lack of sleep, when in truth, it's energetic congestion. You can't run light through a blocked wire. This forgotten muscle becomes a storage unit for tension and stuck emotions, making the energetic body feel dim and distant. One man told me he'd been in therapy for years, but nothing clicked until he started working with this area through breath and sound. Why? Because intellectual healing only goes so far when your spiritual circuitry is offline. Disconnection here turns your inner world into static, no clear messages, no real sense of guidance. It's like trying to tune into your favorite station, but all you get is fuzz. And the irony? We've been trained to ignore this part of ourselves. Hustle culture says, power through. Even spirituality sometimes skips the body, floating off into abstract ideas. But the truth is, without reactivating this core center, awakening feels distant, or worse, artificial. You might read all the right books and still feel disconnected inside. The root, often, is right there under your ribs. Reconnection doesn't have to be dramatic. Sometimes it starts with 5 quiet breaths, or putting your hand on your chest and just feeling. This small act of attention sends a signal: like knocking on a long-forgotten door. And when that door begins to creak open, something surprising happens. The hidden point doesn't just receive, it begins to speak. You're lying still, maybe meditating or just zoning out, when suddenly your chest feels warm, not hot, but gently pulsing, almost like a heartbeat made of light. That's not random. It's one of the first signs that the hidden point is stirring. This energetic center, when it begins to reawaken, doesn't always knock politely. Sometimes it hums, buzzes, or vibrates right through the core of your being. It's subtle, but unforgettable once it starts. A woman I once guided through breathwork said she felt like her chest had started to breathe by itself. Another client described a sensation like something ancient being remembered, but not with the mind. These moments don't come from thought. They arise during presence, stillness, or even sudden emotion. You might cry during a song and not know why. That's the energetic body shaking off dust. Some feel it as pressure or tightness that shifts unexpectedly, like a knot melting in slow motion. Others report a sense of something clicking, not mentally, but deep within. These are signals, invitations, that your body and spirit are finally syncing. The hidden point is lighting up, like a lantern flickering back to life after years in the dark. It's trying to get your attention, gently but persistently. When this happens, don't rush it. Instead, start listening. Place your focus on the sensation. Breathe into it, let it grow. Think of it like a shy animal slowly emerging from a forest. The more you honor it, the more it shows itself. But once you recognize these signs, the next question naturally arises: how do you fully activate this center and let it awaken completely? Activating this hidden point isn't about force, it's about subtlety and attention. One of the simplest practices: focused breathwork aimed at your solar plexus or heart. Try this: inhale slowly through your nose, directing the breath right into your belly and chest, then exhale with a gentle, hot sound. Do that for 5 minutes each morning, and you'll start to feel the energetic body respond, like a fog lifting. Touch can work wonders, too. Just placing your palm on your sternum or upper belly, with soft awareness, helps this area feel seen. Add a light hum, and it's even more powerful. The vibration from your own voice gently knocks on this hidden point, waking it without startling it. I've had clients report tingling, warmth, or even tears after doing this for just a few days. Visualization is another underrated gem. Picture a tiny flame glowing right at the center of your chest. With each breath, see it grow, not into a bonfire, but into a steady candle that never goes out. This image isn't just poetic, it rewires your nervous system. The more you practice, the more that inner illumination becomes something you can actually feel guiding your choices. Above all, consistency matters. 5 mindful minutes a day beats 1 intense hour once a week. It's not about chasing fireworks, it's about building relationship. Treat this forgotten muscle like a living part of you that's been waiting patiently. And once it begins to light up, you'll start to see life through an entirely different lens. When this energetic center truly lights up, the first thing most people notice is clarity. Not just mental clarity, but emotional, spiritual, even relational clarity. One man described it like, "Someone finally cleaned the windows of my soul." You stop second-guessing yourself. You stop outsourcing your truth. It's as if your inner GPS, powered by inner illumination, suddenly boots up and says, "Hey, I've been here all along." The energetic body becomes more than a concept, it starts to feel alive. There's this unmistakable sense of flow, like energy moving through your system with grace. Old emotional patterns. They lose their grip. You might feel grief one moment and joy the next, but without resistance. It's not about being positive all the time, it's about feeling aligned. That's a huge difference. When this hidden point is active, even the small things shift. You listen differently. Speak differently. It's as if your decisions are coming from a deeper place, not from fear or habit, but from a light inside your chest. I've seen people walk away from toxic jobs, say yes to love, or start healing family dynamics they once thought were hopeless. The light within becomes their compass. But here's the twist, this awakening isn't the end of the journey. In many ways, it's just the beginning. Lighting up this spiritual muscle isn't about one big moment of bliss, it's about weaving that light into your everyday life. So the next question becomes, how do you live from this illuminated center, day in and day out? Living from your inner illumination doesn't mean you float around chanting mantras all day. It means moving through life with conscious presence in your core. Try it, walk slowly for 5 minutes, breathing into your chest and belly, and feel how different the world looks. Even washing dishes or standing in line becomes a moment of awareness when you're anchored in the energetic body. This isn't about escaping life, it's about fully inhabiting it. Your posture changes when this hidden point is active, shoulders relax, your chest feels open, your words come out with more truth and less defense. You become a transmitter of the energy you've awakened. Not by forcing anything, but simply by being real. One client told me her coworkers started asking, "What's different about you?" She didn't have to explain, the light spoke for her. To stay connected, create little rituals. A hand on your heart before emails. A minute of deep breath before important conversations. A short visualization at night, seeing your inner flame steady and strong. These small practices aren't extras, they're how you keep the channel open. Inner illumination is a relationship, not a destination. And here's where the magic happens, your life begins to reflect the light within. The way you love, lead, speak, and serve all starts shifting, without trying to be anyone other than yourself. But most people never even get to this place, because they've forgotten where to look. You felt it, haven't you? That subtle pull in your chest, like something inside wants to breathe, stretch, wake up. Maybe you thought it was anxiety. Maybe you ignored it, brushed it off. But what if that discomfort was actually a signal? A call to reconnect with your energetic body, to remember the hidden point that's been quietly pulsing beneath the noise of everyday life. You don't need to be a monk on a mountain to activate this light, you just need to pay attention. One breath. One moment of stillness. One hand on your chest. That's how it begins. And from there, a whole new way of living unfolds, not just knowing about spiritual truth, but embodying it. So ask yourself, are you really living from your inner illumination, or just reading about it? What would change if you let this light guide your next decision? Your next conversation? Your next step? Imagine that, a life led from the quiet fire in your core. That's not a fantasy. It's your blueprint. You just have to claim it. If this message stirred something in you, don't let it fade. Subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and join us on this journey of awakening. Your light's been waiting, and it's time to let it lead.